Hello guys, my name is Jackie and I'm a specialized IELTS tutor, and this is the video to introduce the newest IELTS speaking topics to examinees, and I hope that my video will be useful for your IELTS study. And if you want to get the newest IELTS study materials for study, you can just send me email, and anyone can send me email like Korean or Japanese or Chinese, students from India, anyone can send me email. I don't care about your nationality. And if you want to use various kinds of study materials, you can just visit my website. So please just send me email and please just visit my website for your IELTS study. Okay, let me start with part 1. So today's part 1 topic is about reading. The first question is, do you like reading? And my answer is, yes, I like reading. When I have free time, I like reading some books, and it is one of my hobbies that I like. I also read some news articles about sports, entertainment, and politics on my smartphone. And next one is, what kinds of books do you read? And my answer is, I read many kinds of books. For example, I read some books related to my major or work because it is useful to me. In addition, I like reading novels because they are interesting to read and I can improve my creativity and imagination. And next one is, do you read electronic books? And my answer is, yes, I do. Reading electronic books is convenient because I can have a lot of books saved in my mobile devices. However, sometimes I feel tired of reading electronic books on my eyes, so that is the disadvantage. And the last one is, do you read books related to your profession? Profession is a job, occupation. And my answer is, yes, I do. My occupation is ding ding. So you can put your job in the blank. Yes, I do. My occupation is ding. So I need to acquire information and knowledge associated with my work. Sometimes when I face difficulties in my work, I read some books since I can't find solutions to deal with problems. Okay, so today's part 1 topic is about reading, so you can practice and memorize my examples for your IELTS speaking part 1. And let me turn to part 2. So today's part 2 topic is describe a historical period you would like to know more. And as you heard, this is the topic asking you about the historical period that you are interested in or you would like to learn more. And my example is about Korean War. So let me read first and I'm gonna explain it further. Let me start. I would like to talk about the historical periods that I want to know more. In my daily life, I'm so busy because of my hectic schedule, and hardly do I have enough time to spend with my family. However, last summer, having finished my important project, I got 7 consecutive holidays to enjoy, so my family decided to visit the Memorial Museum of Korean War. And there we could learn about Korean War. In fact, it broke out in 1950 and about 3 million of people died and a lot of casualties happened and a numerous number of people lost their family members. So I want to know more about the history for the 2 reasons. Firstly, this event still has effect on Korean society because people have different ideas of why it happened. And it also has effect on people's idea about the unification of Korea. Secondly, as Korean War still keeps influencing people, I want to know more about Korean War because knowing Korean War deeper could let me know solutions to deal with social conflicts around this war, and it can be a meaningful work. So as you heard, my example is about Korean War. So I have the two reasons why I want to learn more about Korean War. The first reason is maybe, as you know, the unification of Korea is the biggest problem for Korean people. So if I learn more about Korean War, maybe I can come up with solutions for the unification of Korea. And as you know, Korean War still has great impact on Korean society, and there are some conflicts among people. So if I learn more about Korean War, maybe I can find solutions to deal with conflicts around people about the Korean War. So they are the two reasons why I want to learn about Korean War. So maybe if you want, you can just memorize my example, and if it is necessary, you can modify my example. So today's part 2 topic is about describe a historical period that you'd like to know, and my example is about Korean War. Let me turn to part 3. So the first question is, how do people learn history? And my answer is, there are various ways for people to learn history. The most common way is learning history at school, and students can take history classes from teachers. Also nowadays there are historical movies and dramas, so people can learn history by watching those movies and dramas. Okay, so next one is, how can we protect old buildings? And my answer is, to preserve historical buildings, people need to pay attention to those buildings, because if people are interested in old buildings, it will become a public or social issue, and it can lead government to invest budget in maintaining and preserving those buildings. People also should be proud of historical buildings, and they are the ways to conserve or to preserve historical buildings. And next one is, what is the difference between history taught in a primary school and history taught at high school? And my answer is, generally, students in primary school are still young, and they can't understand difficult contents of history. So history taught in primary school is easy and interesting. However, high school students are experienced in study more than primary school students, so history taught in high school is deeper and more difficult than history in primary school. Maybe the history that high school students learn is much more difficult than history that primary school students learn. And the last part 3 topic is, why do some people have no interest in history? And my answer is, history is mainly about events that occurred in the past, so it seems not to be relevant to present issues. So some people believe learning history is impractical, and they need to focus on current issues. But as history is repeated, events which happened in the past could happen again. So people can learn lessons from learning history. Okay, so today's part 2 and part 3 topic is about history. So you can study with my examples and it must be very useful for your IELTS speaking study. And thank you for watching my video, and I'm going to upload more useful videos. Thank you.